Hi everybody, in this video we're going to take a look at how to beat the Act 1 boss, the Guardian, using the Silent. I'm using pretty much starter deck for the most part. I don't have any real elaborate cards. My deck is moderate to medium size for this stage in the game here. I have all of my starter cards. And then as far as a couple additional cards, I do have a couple of nice ones. I have the Bouncing Flask, and it is upgraded, so I can get 12 poison out of that. Doesn't exhaust, so this one could come up multiple times. I also have Poison here, and I also have this setup card as well. So the setup card is really handy for delayed gratification. If you have an expensive card, particularly the Bouncing Flask or maybe the Sneaky Strike, those are good ones to postpone to the next turn if possible. But what I'm hoping for is maybe to use these two in combination here because I get free energy from this one. I have plenty of instances where I can discard. I have the all-out attack, and I have the backflip, and I have the prepared, and I have survivor. So I have plenty of discard cards, so I feel like I'm going to be able to get this for free more often than not, unless it's a bad draw. My relics, nothing that fancy. This one here may come into play. I do have plenty of skills that I'm going to use, so I may get a free little damage hit, but end of turn heal, and then adding a skill, nothing great there. The waffle I had already used to raise my max health by 7, and then I have 3 potions, thorns, dexterity, and damage. So in this case here now, we want to be cautious about how we approach this guy. Obviously, when we play the Silent, we love to do poison. Poison lowers hit points. It does not do damage. So that's not going to affect this counter here, which is a problem. So we don't want to rely too much on this. Obviously, it's going to be great to have, but shouldn't rely on it too much. So the opening gambit here is to think, what is a good approach for this? We could certainly put the Bouncing Flask on him, but being that this doesn't retain, I have to play this now. The most cost-effective way to play this is to put it on Bouncing Flask. That seems to be the most appropriate. I don't have any draw cards in here, so I'm not going to get that back in my hand, so it should be relatively safe. So we play that, delay this one. And now we have 3 attacks, or if we want to get the free extra 4 damage per turn, again, that's sort of a delayed gratification, sacrifice this turn in favor of 4 damage every other turn then. I think that's a good one. Applying 1 week, this is the most damage that I can do right now, so I think that's a good option. And then just a strike. Do I want to retaliate? I feel like I'm going to have to use one of these potions eventually, but I think the dexterity is the better option because I might need it for a block. But also remember, we don't care so much about our health here. But it's likely we'll get a potion as a reward. So one of these is going to get used anyways, or it's just going to be wasted. So depending on what we're looking at, we might just try and get an easy 20 damage. Or we might get an easy block out of it, depending where we fall with this. But so the next turn, it's going to be fine. We'll be able to do 17 damage without too much trouble, I don't think. If not, then we'll use that fire potion. So 17 damage, plus I need the 9 to break through that. So ultimately, it wasn't that fantastic of a draw. Let's do our poison because we're doing that. And the shiv because it's free. And now we have, do we have a good draw? Not sure exactly what we're going to get. I'm going to play it because it's free and hope for an attack. And we're going to discard our defend. I have a plan for that. So neutralize, strike, strike. And since I didn't take him all the way down, that's when we're going to use this fire potion. So that's what I was saying before. It's like if we need this at one point to get into a next phase, that's the best option. Now with the poison going, if I could block for a couple turns, that would be fantastic because then I could save my own health, not worry about too much of his retaliation with his thorns. But it also requires that I get defenses. So this is a free block next turn. And then We can take the block here, damage, damage. So best case scenario, we'll get our poison card back too, and then we can hit him for 20 on the next couple of turns, which we still didn't get. So do we have a method of discarding? We do. So we can get this one for free. Just make sure we do what we need to do. So play that, draw 2 cards. That'll give us the option to discard 1. I don't think I'm going to play all of the defenses, so discard a defense. Sneaky, brings that one back. And then I think we take the extra cards and see if we get some extra damage. So 6 and 6 plus 3, it's a no-brainer. Damage, he's going to hit me a little bit, but we're doing really well for health anyways. So now we're back into offensive mode. We got to try and hit him for 40. And we got Shiv, Strike, Strike, and I don't know that there's not going to be a better damage card coming up, and there's not going to be a better defensive card coming up. There's not really a lot that I can do at this point here other than to soak that damage. Mitigating it by 5 is negligible at this phase. I can't do all of the damage. What I could do is I could cut it in half by using the dexterity. So that'd be a smart play. If I have Survivor, that'll give me an extra little bit of block if I happen to draw it. It's unlikely that I will, but I have to play this anyways, so may as well. Okay, great. So let's throw, yeah, it doesn't really matter which one, but I'm gonna drink that just in case this fight goes longer than what I'm expecting. Just seemed like a safe bet. I don't know that this Thorns right from the start would have helped with this fight in the long run. That's kind of a hindsight thing when you start aggregating that 3 damage for every attack that he does. So another instance where we're short on energy. We have 2. Playing the poison this turn. Is it really going to matter? He's not attacking this turn, so I can do that the next turn if I want to. It seems better that, well, I don't need the defense, so. The cost for setup actually just doesn't matter. So what we're going to do then is we're actually just going to put the defense into the next turn. I mean, why not, right? It's going to be a free defense. But now we got some serious poison on him. He's going to be dead before I'm dead. That's a guarantee. He would have to take something extremely stupid for this to get messed up. Alright, so let's pile it on him. And he is just about toast now. So he doesn't even have one more turn in him. There's no way he could kill me before I kill him. I don't even have to attack if I don't want to. We can just end the turn. He takes his damage. And adios. So, goes to show you that poison goes a long way, for sure. When using the silent, it's probably my favorite mechanic to play. You can go with various dagger builds and defensive builds, but I think poison is one of the best ways to go, especially when it comes to big single boss fights, because if you hit that poison flask upgraded 2 times, that's essentially 24 poison damage. But keep in mind, it's 24, and then 23, and then 22, 21. You're getting that aggregate damage over time, and it just stacks and stacks and stacks. So it's a great build to go with. And we ultimately got out with hardly any damage. We burned our 1 potion. We didn't really need the defensive potion. We took him down pretty good. That was just a concern if we're going to lose health. So we could have saved 2 potions. We didn't get 1 back. That's okay as well. But that's a simple way to go after it. Remember to attack when he's attacking so that you can whittle down that counter. And then when he's defending, try and defend yourself as well so you're not getting some of that retaliation damage. put those two taxes together, along with a couple of decent cards and maybe full health on a potion going in. Maybe a good relic to boot, and this guy will be easy peasy for you every single time. You'll be able to do it automatic. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those below. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.